Hello and welcome back for another video. In this one, I'll be breaking down my NBA midseason awards such as Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved, and MVP. I'll present the top 3 for each award and start with the least likely and end with the most likely. We're officially past the halfway point in the NBA season with the All-Star break soon approaching in February. But before we get there, let's break down some mid-season awards. Let's start things off with Rookie of the Year. Number 3 for Rookie of the Year is Jaden Ivey from the Detroit Pistons. Ivey has had many ups and downs through his rookie year, averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists for the 12-33 Pistons. The Pistons won't be winning much for the rest of the year as they're chasing the Wemby sweepstakes this summer. But if Ivey can continue to grow and become more consistent over the second half of the season, I could see him climb to the number 2 spot for Rookie of the Year. Number 2 for Rookie of the Year is Benedict Mathurin from the Indiana Pacers. Mathurin was picked 6th in last year's draft and has looked like a legit NBA player ever since he touched the court in Summer League this summer. Mathurin comes off the bench for the Pacers, so he has been going against bench units unlike other rookies who are starters, but nevertheless, what he is doing this season is nothing short of impressive, averaging 17 points and 4 rebounds. Unfortunately, there isn't much more Mathurin can do to win Rookie of the Year, as one player seems to have it all but locked up. My 2023 Rookie of the Year is Paolo Banchero from the Orlando Magic. Paolo was the number 1 pick in last year's draft, but that looks to have been the correct pick. Paolo is currently averaging 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Similar rookie averages to future Hall of Famers LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and Luka Doncic. Paolo is 6'10", 250, yet he moves fluid like a guard while being a 3-level scorer and gets to the free throw line at a high level with 8 attempts a game. The Magic look to be in good hands with Paolo as their young cornerstone moving forward. Next up is Sixth Man of the Year, and number 3 for Sixth Man of the Year is Bobby Portis from the Milwaukee Bucks. Portis has been an important piece off the Bucks bench this season, as Chris Middleton has missed most of the year due to wrist surgery and knee soreness. The Bucks needed Portis to step up, and he's done just that, averaging 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists in 26 minutes off the bench. There are reports saying Middleton could return next week, so hopefully the Bucks can get back on track. Number 2 is Malcolm Brogdon from the Boston Celtics. Last year, Brogdon was starting on the Indiana Pacers and averaged 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, but this year is coming off the Celtics bench and averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in 24 minutes. Brogdon willingly joined the Celtics as he stated he wants to win more at this point in his career, and that's exactly what the Celtics have been doing this season with a 31-12 record as the 1 seed, with Brogdon playing a key role. My 6th Man of the Year is Russell Westbrook from the LA Lakers. Westbrook started the season as the starting point guard, but just after a brief 3 games, he agreed to head coach Darvin Ham's suggestion of coming off the bench moving forward. From that point on, it was clear Westbrook would be in the 6th Man of the Year conversation, averaging 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists in 28 minutes. The Lakers aren't doing that well again this year with a 19-23 record, but at least they can't blame Westbrook for not coming off the bench now. Next up is Defensive Player of the Year, and number 3 for Defensive Player of the Year is Jaren Jackson Jr. from the Memphis Grizzlies. Jaren didn't make his season debut until November 15th, so he has some ground to make up if he wants to win the award. Jaren leads the league with average blocks with 3.2 a game, and the next being Nick Claxton at 2.6. If Jaren can continue to play at this high of a level on the defensive end, I could definitely see him walk away with the Defensive Player of the Year trophy this year. Number 2 for Defensive Player of the Year is Brook Lopez from the Milwaukee Bucks. Brook has been leading the league in total blocks all year as he's been relatively healthy and a menace on the defensive end night in and night out. Brook has been in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation all season as Giannis has been promoting him to win it. And if he were to win it this season, it would be the first of his career. My Defensive Player of the Year so far this season is OG Anunoby from the Toronto Raptors. OG has led the league in steals all year by a wide margin while also leading in total steals plus blocks as well. When opponents see OG is guarding them, they know they're in for a long night, especially with his monstrous 7'2" wingspan while standing 6'6". OG's biggest threat to Defensive Player of the Year title is most likely Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's see if he can hold him off. Next up is Most Improved, and number 3 for Most Improved is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai was playing at a borderline all-star level last year, averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, but this year has taken another step to a superstar level, averaging 31 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Shai was already known as a good player and on other teams' radars last year, unlike others who are up for Most Improved this year ahead of him. Number 2 is Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana Pacers. Last year, Halliburton was playing alongside De'Aaron Fox on the Sacramento Kings, averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists, but ultimately got traded at the deadline to Indiana for Domantas Sabonis. Fast forward to today, and Halliburton is averaging career highs across the board, with 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 10 assists, while leading the Pacers to a playoff position, even though many assume the Pacers would be tanking this season. Unfortunately for Halliburton, he recently injured his knee and will be out for a couple weeks. Get well soon, Hallie. My Most Improved player for 2023 is Lauri Markkanen from the Utah Jazz. Last year, Lauri was playing small forward on the Cleveland Cavaliers next to their twin towers Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. Many who watched Lauri on the Cavs question where exactly is his career heading, but fast forward to today and Larry is the focal point for the Jazz offense after being traded for Donovan Mitchell. This season, Lauri is averaging a career high 24 points a game. And if you compare that to last season's averages of 15, then that's a 9-point jump. Lauri doesn't look to be slowing down anytime soon and could have another level to jump in his bright future. Next up is MVP, and number 3 for MVP is Jason Tatum from the Boston Celtics. Tatum is having a strong season, averaging a career high 31 points to go alongside 8 rebounds and 4 assists, all while winning at a high rate, as the Celtics sit at the 1 seed in the East with a 31-12 record. Just 5 to 10 years ago, a season like this would have the MVP award all but locked up. But unfortunately, in this 2023 season, there are over 5 legit MVP cases. Number 2 is Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets. Jokic has won the MVP the last 2 years, but has somehow this season taken it up another level and is having his most efficient year of his last 3 along with his career. Not to mention, Jokic is also averaging a career high in assists with 9.7 a game. And if you round that up, he's averaging a triple-double with 25 points and 11 rebounds. To add to that, the Nuggets are the 1 seed in the West with a 29-13 record. Jokic has a decent chance at three-peating the MVP this year for the first time since Larry Bird in the 1980s. My 2023 MVP so far is Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. Luka is having an historic year in his 5th year in the NBA at the mere age of 23, averaging 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Luka is doing everything he possibly can to carry the Mavs to the playoffs as the team sits in the 5th seed with a 24-19 record. If Luka wasn't on the Mavs, they probably wouldn't be in the play-in and most likely entering the Wemby sweepstakes this summer. But luckily for them, he is. The Mavs are 7-3 in their last 10 games, and Luka will need to keep up the stellar play in order to hold off Nikola Jokic from winning the MVP this season. Well, those are my mid-season NBA awards. Feel free to comment down below if you agree or disagree, and if you would replace a player with someone else. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day.